Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Great Britain and the clergy revolting. But we are going to deal with that. We're still suffering under the 7th Coalition, which is stopping us from attacking Castile. But we will get there. They lost oral marriage, got some pretender rebels, which they may need help with by the look of it. Can't make a new royal marriage because we don't have a diplomat. Okay. Where are our ships? Right, they're over there. So how about we'll just move across land to help them. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. Someone has finally left the coalition. Pomerania. Thank you, Pomerania. Okay. Right, we've got a few people declaring war. I'm going to tell Joara to make peace or suffer the consequences. Not as worried about them, I have to say. I don't know, maybe I should enforce peace here as well, to be on the safe side. Oh, brilliant. Okay then. So, I just tried to enforce peace, and because they've turned us down, they're now at war with us. So, I don't think I need to do anything. But the advantage of it is that all our other colonies will now join in. So I'm hoping they will be utterly crushed without us having to lift a finger. Obviously we could send someone over. Oh, good grief. Brittany and France have also joined in to help. Well, that's one way to put down a pretender rebel. Disputing our trade either. I think they're not embargoing us basically. So we just keep things relatively quiet. I'd imagine other people will start pulling out of the coalition as well. So once we've put down this uprising in England. Where are you going? Sussex. You know, you could just walk next door. I thought this relocating thing was for when you're crossing the sea, like there. Okay, we have our first appearance of manufactories, which is good, in Bordeaux. Right, let's head to Sussex first, seeing as we know they're going there. That makes sense. I guess we had a manufactory there. Yeah, farm estate. So I'm hoping we should be able to get manufacturers relatively cheaply. That should be good. Okay, got a new leader. Yep, we're fine. start by putting all the actual armies down, and then we'll worry about reclaiming the land. Okay, I'm going to check this. Not all of our colonies have armies now, in fact that one does not. Okay, Castilian spy has been discovered. Doubt there's anywhere we can claim for 25. And we had an uprising there, which was very convenient. Yeah, we're still kind of behind on all technology. August, yeah, we may as well stay put actually. Portugal have just announced as their rival, so we can probably rival them back, which would be good because we can hopefully eclipse them again. Still Royal Marriage of Salute, so they're going to Glamorgan. Let us also therefore head to Glamorgan. And another Royal Marriage of Salute, so would be good because we need to annex them. Looks like we're on plus 200 with them anyway, which is perfect. Head to Glamorgan. Actually, looks like we're going to take a while, so let's head to Ulster first. And deal with the guys by the castle. So, I mean, it kind of looks like we ought to be able to start annexing them anyway. Oh, we're at war. Of course. Fine, fine. So, why are we still losing this war? Just out of interest. We're not. It's just giving us minus 1% war score for no obvious reason. Claim cleave, that's fine. We do need to remake those, however. Okay, so they're occupied. No, there is an army here. Well, then there's a much bigger army there. So it's hard to imagine they'll actually lose. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. Okay. If you board the ship, head down to Glamorgan. If that's where you're still going. Yep. Alright, there's two of them. Oh no. Just relocated in two parts. Right, I'm just going to do core all on here now. Rather than worrying about the individual makeup. Right. Split up. And for some reason I thought I was splitting up when in fact I was not boarding the ship. Let's try that again. You head that way, you head that way. You head over there. And you do this one. So we shouldn't be any danger now. Cork we've got back due to the castle, so that should be fine. Send you to London. And hopefully have this uprising put down in no time. And we just need you guys to win the war. I don't think should be a huge problem. Right, we're going to need to make peace. So let's keep one diplomat free. Rothenburg. That's Regensburg, Tom, not Rothenburg. That's Rothenburg. Good grief. That was fine. We had someone there. Right. Improve relations. It's all good. Martian has ditched the coalition. Randomly losing manpower at the worst possible time. Well, it's not the worst possible time. Hopefully we'll have some time for it to recover before we do the attack. Who's this? Well, what are you offering? Not very much, all things considered. Beck has left the military coalition. So that's Lenape. Yeah, see, I was thinking more along the lines of annexing you. Okay, land donations. Well, that's going to depend entirely on how everyone's feeling, and it looks like we need to side with the oh, good grief. Yeah, the nobility is still going to become disloyal, but not nearly as much. And I think we've also lost some land, or maybe the nobility have lost some. Right. So they should have some time to recover, but we're back to the bad old days of the nobility being disloyal all the time. Guys all together. Load the ships, head back to Antwerp. Okay, offending everybody. I would rather everyone liked us better, especially because it would help immensely with the coalition. Never really seen much reason not to go with the option to get people to like you better, actually, when that happens. Casus Belli's aren't that difficult to get. Right, so let's look at attacking Castile. Because I feel like it might actually happen soon, although it's very hard to tell who their actual allies are. It looks like we're looking at the Papal State. I don't think we want anything from the Papal State, though. And of course we don't want to upset them. So that's fine. Not sure how we're managing to claim that piece of land, but happy to do so. A bit of a fight on our hands getting a colonial nation here. Need 5 provinces. How close are we here? Not very. Looks like British Columbia at least retook their lost land. Looks like Portuguese Mexico took Mosquito themselves though. Mosquito? Mosquito? Well, too late, the name has vanished. How are we doing up here? Austria has gone all the way to the New World. Serbian separatists in Austria, that is fine. Okay. Still not willing to be annexed. Don't blame them, but you attack my country, this is what's going to happen. So then 13 colonies instantly takes control of it, and I don't think they should have any problems controlling one province. So they are now one province larger. which is good. Didn't really cost us anything, apart from a slight delay in annexing Saluzzo. Is going to upset everyone a little, and I think, but yeah, needs doing. We're basically losing diplomatic power every month because we have too many relationships. So definitely needs doing. Can we build a castle? We can. Ooh, where's this? Newfoundland? No, I do not want to upset Newfoundland, if we can avoid it. Right, brilliant. Let us check where we're up to up here. A colony. Right, so nothing much happening there. Australia will hopefully be colonising. They are, good. I think that might be just about everything. We'll probably want to think about castles around here as well. But this is broadly looking pretty good. Okay. Serbian separatists. Hamburg has left the military coalition. Trent has left the military coalition. This really is definitely only going one way, and that is the right way. Got a decent supply limit in Burgos. It would be worth bringing our army up. Okay, Liege has messed with one of our cardinals. Not a lot we can do about it. It happens. Artillery compatibility, and we have some new potential decisions, including a free one. So 3 options. So land leader fire will make our generals better. So I think we always want that. Manpower recovery speed could be pretty useful, to be honest. Let's get the land leader fire if nothing else. Luxembourg has left the coalition. Looks like this is all over in Germany, so hopefully Austria can deal with it. Is this the Pacific again? Why am I not surprised? Right. Well, we have our Pacific Armada, so we should just be able to deal with that. Check if we've still got Zamora, and I believe we need to remake some claims up here. Yeah, we've still got a couple on Florida, haven't we? I'm just thinking in terms of, rather than doing anything massive like we did in the Caribbean, just try and take a little bit for each colonial nation so they all grow just a little bit. I'm kind of expecting them to all get stomped on, but colonial nations tend to care more about their home territories, so we should be able to absolutely crush them on their home turf. Thanks to France and Austria. Okay, delayed payments. What happened there? Get paid eventually. Simple clerical error. Take what they can give and all they can leave. Right, I'm just going to pay them. There are clearly issues with keeping mercenaries around for a long time. Alright, looks like we had an army there, so that's fine. Lüneburg has left the coalition. I mean, really, we need Castile and Portugal to leave. I don't think Portugal's in it, actually. So we just need Castile to leave. And I guess the Papal States? No, they're not in it either. Let's improve relations with them, actually. No. What a surprise. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can see we're going to be taking places from Portugal without any claims at this rate. Oh yeah, we need to improve relations with the Commonwealth as well. Oh, brilliant. Hang on, yeah, that one's still going, that one's finished. But yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be enough to make a colonial nation. Probably not in time to stop our colonies getting stomped on when we launch the attack. But then we can probably form the colonial nation anyway. Seeing there are a couple more states we can make. Wasn't there a West African one? There we go. Excellent. We now have Saluzzo. What have they brought us? Slightly bigger army. Okay. So I think you should go and join the African army. Unmothball the fort, because we aren't poor enough to need to mothball forts anymore. In fact, can we pay off some more loans? Just the one. Newfoundland has formed their own assembly. Pretty much inevitable. Still, we should keep an eye on how people feel about us. Yeah, Newfoundland's the lowest. Plus 105. So let's start improving relations. Buy any more troops anyway for a while. People making claims, that's fine, I can live with that. Kind of wondering if these people should be in, if this army should be in West Africa instead, but I don't know. We've still got this one piece of Castilian land down here, I guess. Slight chance Portugal might just march through the deserts, but we'll see. Nuremberg, Verden. Getting there, definitely getting there. Bremen. Don't think we've lost Zamora yet, so let's make another Castilian claim up here. Not support rebels. Fabricate claim, please. Come on, Castile, you don't want to be in this coalition. Oh yeah, completely forgotten we were doing that. Okay, excellent. And yeah, we're fine. Someone, I think, just declared war on British Peru, so we should check that. Portuguese Peru, yeah, that's a problem. That could kick off his war immediately. But what can I do? I can't just let them stomp on them. Or can I? I mean, as long as they don't get rid of them completely. Nah, probably best not to. Right, so who can I spare? Probably the Papal State one. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to trigger Portugal to join in, so this could trigger the war early. But I still think I should try and enforce peace, because I can't see British Peru winning this one. Could they? If I give them enough money, maybe? Would save a lot of trouble if they could just win the war themselves. I suppose I could see how it's going. Let's give them 1,000 ducats. See how the war goes. Ability want to farm state. Great Karoo, so they want us to attack Kilwa. What's going on here? Lost Leon. Corsican separatists. Right, we do need to deal with that, but let's pause. So for once the nobility want us to build something, and the clergy want us to attack someone. Commercial presence in Ivory Coast trade node. So the nobilities is by far the easiest, and they are the least loyal. So let's go with them. Farm estate in Oxford. Right, so yeah, we need to get our ships up here. Put down the Corsican rebellion. Now, bizarrely, it looks like they're moving. Possibly because there's a castle? This is Corsica. You can't relocate to Corsica, you're already there. Strange behaviour. Oh well. Might give us a bit more time to lose the coalition, if nothing else. I suppose, seeing as we've decided not to immediately enforce peace, we should carry on improving relations with the Pope. Okay, excellent. Ah. let's make another colony there. And also, once this one finishes, we will have a colonial nation anyway. So, let's make a second one in Australia. Well, not Australia, Papua. Sorry, that area. Apologies to anyone from Papua. Right, we're fine. Really need to get better at geography. Okay, but we need to keep an eye on this. So I'm guessing that the Austrian troops and our troops won't be able to take part. So that's why we're seeing them as neutral, so we just need to watch for any lands being taken on either side. Brunswick has left. Milan has left. Right, so that's not good, because they're already taking lands. I suppose I'm a little bit worried that if we enforce peace, then Portugal joins in, then Castile might join in, and then everyone else in the coalition might join in. Is the concern. I'm also conscious that even if they take a lot of land from British Peru, we can take it all back as soon as we do the attack. I would say, ooh, that is a lot of money. Still, I'm going to do long-term investment. And while I'm at it, I think we can make some claims. Okay, that's great. Just in Mali, British Mexico has formed. There we go. So that means we want to start making colonies in California. We already have two, so that's a good start. Okay, so British Mexico, we want to subsidise them in a big way. So we will stop improving relations with the Pope again. Head over to Corsica. I don't think they are going anywhere. Right. The standard 10, well, a little more than 10 ducats a month, I think. I've no doubt they'll start treading on California's shoes, but there's only so much we can do. Finally possible to convert Turin, which is good. just a general gain corruption. I've let our papal influence get too high again, and we can't even ask for stability. Right, let's do... In fact, let's just do sanction commercial monopoly twice. Get more and more mercantilism. Repay another loan. How are we doing here? Let's start improving relations with Vijayanagar. I'm wondering if at some point it might be worth trying to peacefully vassalize one of these nations. One of the smaller ones. Something to think about anyway. Might be worth not colonising next to them, because then we avoid any border disputes. But we need to be close. Changing policy. He's a strident opponent of a Castilian king. I am absolutely fine with that. Cannot stress enough how happy I am with that as a concept. And also we can now seize land with no issues. Brilliant. Thank you, Mr. Opponent of a Castilian king. Okay, randomly lost diplomatic reputation. Augsburg has left the coalition. Paying enough attention to our spies. Right, fabricate claims. Do we still have Zamora? We do. Right, let's fabricate on Leon then. And a third one up here. What about Portugal? Okay, so we've got a third one in Portuguese Louisiana. Surprises me. Okay, that's good. Go with... It's temporary, isn't it? So I'll go if they can do things on their own. Ulm has left the military coalition. Bavaria has left the military coalition. Are we finally getting there? Grief. Okay, so we've got killing grounds, so that should give us better cannons. agreements between England and Portugal. Oh yeah. Loose stability and Portugal likes us better. We gain a base tax. Yeah, I don't think we've much point trying to court Portugal, I'm afraid, in this reality. Denmark's attacking Russia. Okay, improved relations a lot. That's good. Okay, they've rejected our enforced peace proposal. So the question is, who are we at war with now? Portugal. We are at war with Portugal, but we are not at war with Castile or the coalition. So, could have been worse. Still, we're not actually powerful enough yet to fight them. There. What we are powerful enough to do is take on Portugal themselves. So let's... Actually, why are you going that way? Let's coalesce this into a single army. Not sure what claims, if any, we actually have on Portugal. Probably not going to be making any more anyway. And I guess that's everyone joining in, so... Grief. So yeah, we're going to have a struggle. Right, let's see if we can get another mercenary army up here. Obviously, none of those. Ah! Brilliant. Right, let's get a second army there. Madrid has been occupied by Portugal. Well, hold on to your hats, because we are coming to get you. Pretty sure most of my provinces lack cores at this point. So yeah, definitely not what we wanted. But not, I don't know, not that far off what we were going to do anyway. And yeah, it was just getting a bit much. I think that mercenary army's done for though. We're mostly just going to be fighting up here and crushing Portugal on their home turf. Hopefully forcing them to accept defeat up there. So Portugal already doesn't seem very keen, which is interesting. War enthusiasm is low. How odd. Oh well. Going to be even less keen by the time we've finished with them. Will come in for this castle. I think it's got a castle. The map seems to be getting a little confused. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to give up on down there. We tried. Let's send you over to Africa as well. can actually take some land from Portugal this way. That's actually quite a good thing, because this is an easier fight than the one we would have had against Castile. And to be fair, we could still attack Castile, because we're not going to have a truce with them after this. Okay. Just head for the capital. Right, looks like we lost there as well. That's upsetting, to say the least. Yeah. Not sure there's anywhere we can go. No, there isn't. We're stuck. Pretty much stuck, so I think that mercenary army is going to get diced as well, so we're going to have a bit of a job convincing the game that we're winning. But we will try our best. Actually, might head down there. Does look a lot like France and Brittany and everyone. I've got that one in hand. So how about we attack Africa? Yeah, right, interesting. That's a point actually, we could try and bolster these guys a bit. I forget that we do have some moderately powerful colonial nations even now. Hopefully going to become even more so with time. Lost colonial armies. Worth a try. Maybe it'll help. And maybe it won't. Ooh. Okay, I wasn't actually expecting to lose that one. Probably should have looked before I leapt. Never mind. Kind of wondering where France is actually going at this point. And should probably go and enforce peace again. Sure it is with these guys, they're determined to attack. Okay. I guess we've now assumed leadership in that war as well. Is there a reason why all the armies are heading north? Minstrel. Actually, we could probably do with him. Especially because we're happily losing advisors and I'm failing to notice. Oh. Got a couple of people who are cheaper. Might go with prestige in that case. Have you got anything that would help with our fighting? Not a lot. Let's go with land maintenance modifier then. Make things cheaper. Right. Where are we up to? Well, we've taken a fair bit of damage. And it would appear that France has run away, which is upsetting. Admiral just randomly died. I don't think we're stopping them from crossing over. So I think it's worth going to get a new admiral. And then we'll just head right back. Collect benefits over time. Usually my favourite way to do it. Not at all convinced we can take these on now, but let's give it a try. So we're losing manpower just standing around. Nope. Too many people coming over. I think we're going to need some mercenaries again. Probably should have done that the first time. Okay, right, well, I want to leave those open, so let's go with a couple of the local mercenary armies. Then we'll gather them together into a big band and head back and hopefully make Portugal's life miserable. White peace, nobody will gain or lose anything. Well, that's appreciated, but I'm not that keen. Try and save him. And let's head down. Should give a chance for the morale to recover a bit. Right, it's a good sign that they're running away. Counter-reformation is over. I think that will help with our technology and stuff. Oh no, they're not running away now. Sort of attacking in dribs and drabs, which you'd think would give us the advantage, but apparently not. This is mildly embarrassing. So was the morale still too low or something? I think if nothing else, eventually Portugal's going to run out of manpower. Portugal has already run out of manpower. Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. I go down and do it again. Not doing anything for the war score. But any one Portugal loses at this point should be a permanent loss. So there's a limit to how many times they can do this, whereas we can, well okay, we're nearly out of manpower, but not completely. And it looks like they finally gave up. Come on. There should be a castle in Fez, unless they've done away with it. I would rather take Fez before they've all recovered. So that'll give us a much more solid foothold. Good grief. Can't believe we nearly lost that one. Okay, good start at least. Australia, Noble Rebels. Well, you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sure you can manage. Since it appears France and Austria have deserted us. Not, Papua? Okay, that's kind of a... 2% interest is actually quite nice. So we don't need it, but I'm just going to accept it because I think it was kind of them to offer. We've got here national sovereignty and the Quebec, so we can actually pick another idea group. It's kind of cool. So where are we furthest behind? Well, furthest ahead is diplomatic. So we can take diplomatic ideas or influence ideas. It's actually slightly tricky. Diplomatic, I mean, to be fair, with all the coalitions, I'm kind of thinking diplomatic should definitely be what we should go for. It's a very powerful idea group. Okay. Colony in Daru has become self-sustaining. That's good. Keep going along here, and in fact might do 3 colonies here because it's pretty much the only place where Portugal can't easily reach and where we still have a colonial army. Almost scared to look over here. Right, we've been completely stomped there and there. I think they've taken our colony there. British Columbia has been stomped on. Mexico, California. Newfoundland is still free, as is Alaska. For now. But yeah, it's not good. Let's give you some subsidies. I think Alaska should already be getting some. Oh no, we've lost them. Fair enough. Who's this? Portugal. Still offering white peace. That is still appreciated. And honestly kind of tempting, but I also feel like we finally turned the tide. And also it looks like Brittany and France may be coming back. Weirdest way I've ever lost a coalition ever, fighting a pitched battle. But yeah, it's starting to look like Portugal's done for. Oh brilliant, we can have another diplomatic relation. Handy. Commonwealth is the papal controller. Could be worse. Actually, let's proclaim Holy War. That should give us some of our manpower back. At least. That's Korea. Right, let's see if we can improve relations. with Cebu. Maybe. Right, we can lose loyalty from the burghers, or we can reduce mercantilism. I think I'll ditch for loyalty, actually. They're quite loyal. I think we can cope with it. Wow! Did Castile just join in the battle? Nope. No, they didn't. Clearly my navy needs some improvement. But it isn't stopping us from invading, so we're fine. Plus another advisor, only 1 + 2 1 around. So I'll go for you for now, because I don't really have time to think about it. I'm noticing we've got a lot of spy network with Castile though. Okay. That isn't an option. So let's just go for another castle. It's just anything to improve a war score, really. And give. Plus, it's easy for us to take castles with our massive army. Switzerland have left the coalition. Self-sustaining, that is good. Geneva has left the coalition. Right, let's build a colony here as well then. Colombia has gained some liberty desire. That's fine. Can't really blame them anyway. Let's improve relations with them though. Yep, they're all at it. Guys, it's still the age of absolutism, you know. You don't all have to form your own assemblies yet. They're bound to do it eventually. It just usually happens in the age of revolutions. Never mind. Okay, who's this? Chiska, they will give us some money. I am okay with that. Show charity is usually a good plan. Want a siege? Switzerland want military access. No issue with that at all. Let's see if we can take down this army. I don't know if we're going to be able to get positive war score out of this. Managed to lose too many battles. I think having those mercenaries may have been a mistake. Might have been better off just having no one there. Looks like they're offering the white peace again. I'm going to leave it be. It might be someone we could tax, but I don't really have time to think about it right now. So the big question is going to be, what do we do once we've taken all of this land? Do we... Oh, we don't really... We're not doing a lot of spying right now, so let's just take the prestige. Do we accept a white piece if that's all we can get? Or do we load up the ships and head across and try and attack the New World? We're out of manpower. There's no guarantee that the colonial nations are out of manpower. It dropped. I'll just gain the prestige, thanks. So I think we're pretty much done. 3 more provinces to take. Our navy has been crushed. So yeah. It's why can't you move? Oh, now you can. Yeah, it's not great really. Have to see if we're going to salvage anything from this. Anything at all. Invest, that's just a general bad thing. Right, okay. We are down to nothing. We have a couple of mercenary armies. We can embrace manufactories. Do we need to embrace them yet? Right, so we have lost a colony. So if we clear the offer, it doesn't look like they're going to accept anything. No, they won't even accept that. Okay. Do we have a navy at all now? Oh, we do. Not up to much though, is it? Presumably there's no way for us to make mercenaries. We've got British Alaska. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to accept a white piece. That's pretty upsetting. After all that. Especially because they've conquered one of our colonies, so I think they've trapped us in Brazil. Which is even worse. Still, we will manage. Right, okay. Let's just bite the bullet and accept it. I suppose if nothing else, we save British Peru. Because that is what kicked this off. Right, let's lose these mercenary armies. I don't think we have any mercenary armies left now. And we're going to have to start on the relatively slow path to recovery. So we need a much bigger navy, because the Portuguese navy alone managed to absolutely crush us. It's pretty embarrassing. Part of me is wondering if we could go straight for Castile, even without the manpower. Pretty disappointed by the way France and Austria ran away during that one. Right, okay, let's look at what people think of us. Well, we do need to improve relations with France, if nothing else. How were we actually doing with manufacturing? Actually, we're doing pretty well, so yeah, maybe it's worth embracing it now. Okay. Distance between borders. So if we made a colony that didn't border them, but was a lot closer, maybe we could persuade them to become a vassal. I'm just thinking we can get one that peacefully, that's a little bit larger. That'd be worth keeping around. Might help us down there. Anyway, that's probably going to be for another time. So yeah, that was a bit disappointing. Seriously? Now the military coalition is still going on. I'm not sure Castile's a part of it anymore, but looking at what happens when we threaten to declare war, there's no obvious coalition, is there? Yeah, so I'm going to have to give that a bit of thought. I think basically, instead of having a bunch of mercenary armies scattered around, what we're going to have to do is have a lot of mercenary armies in one place. Probably going to have to treat this like India, basically. Oh yeah, this could be a problem. Right, okay, let's try and get a mercenary army here just to protect the colony, because it may be a while before we get our manpower back. There. You'll do fine. Right, gonna stop there. That's quite enough. So, yeah, that's a war we did not win, except in that we stopped Portuguese Peru from stomping on British Peru and taking half their land. So I suppose that's something. But we lost this colony, which is bad. Also pretty unfortunate, because that would have got us a colonial nation. And now there's no peaceful way to get one, but we don't need a peaceful way to get one. What we need is a warlike way to get one. In a big way. So we're going to have to prepare enormously for this. So I have to decide whether we want to go for Castile and Portugal next or India, because it looks like I'm going to need the same tactics for both. But either way, we really need to build up the navy. Going to need to at least hit the naval force limit with massive ships. So yeah, we've got a lot of room there. So this is going to be expensive. But thankfully, our funds should be able to handle it. So we will look at that next time. I don't know, there's a huge amount else that happened, really. Didn't feel like we made a lot of progress. We're just still trying to get rid of this coalition. Guessing Burgundy's still in it at least. How many are still in it now? Oh, we're getting there. We are getting there. Nothing else, the fact that we took no land that time must have helped our aggressive expansion a bit. Yeah, we're not so bad. fine. Cool. Right, I will leave it there. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.